And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metroid Fusion. In the last episode, we saved the animals. we said screw the frames and saved the animals from the habitation deck. And we went back to Sector 5 and we got power bombs, which we got a couple expansions for it. And we have been now told by the computer we need to head back to our ship. So we're going to go all the way back to the main deck. And we gotta head back to our ship. We haven't seen our ship since the beginning of the game. So, we're gonna go back there and check out what he wanted us there for. And I'm gonna see if I can actually just shine spark up this elevator shaft. No, I can't. That's okay. We're gonna go up here. I guess it would be easier if Samus just shine sparked up the elevator shaft. But as soon as we go through half of this elevator, we got a problem. The elevator stopped in the middle here. And, well, we got no way of going through here. We have a way we can just go powerbomb it and see what's going on here. Sure enough, there's some blocks right there. Let's go through here. And now we got very creepy music. Yeah, we got some very creepy music playing right now. And if we actually bomb this wall, I said bomb this wall. Where is it? No? Okay, that might be later. I thought that was that wall. Anyways, yeah, we can go through here, and we're going to go through this little shaft here. And you guys remember that thing I showed you last episode with the dinosaur, the dragon-looking statue right here? Yeah, we're back here in this room. If we come up here, we'll notice a glowing red eye. And there's an ex-parasite that just left. And it's all crumbly. It all crumbled away. I know I'm playing the suspense of what this is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what this is. So, I'll just keep the suspense from that. That's the only time we're actually going to be in that room, by the way. This is the room I'm talking about. You bomb this wall right here, and there's a path right here. You come through here, and bomb this wall here. Sure enough, there's another wall here. You shoot that, there's a power bomb tank right here. So we got another power bomb expansion here. And we're just gonna grab this ledge here and go back this way. Now, we got more of these spike dudes, and you know when they're shelled up like this, yeah, they're impervious to your damage. I do believe a charge shot will kill them. Yeah, but when they're moving around, you can kill them easily. And we got these spitters right here. These enemies that spit acid at you. And I do believe the only way you can actually kill them is with a power bomb. Actually, you just damage them. So you have to use a couple power bombs in order to kill them. Yeah, there you go. So if you want them to quit spitting acid, you have to do 2 power bomb expansions. We're gonna speed boost all the way back here and shoot up here. And sure enough, if we bomb this wall right here. Yeah, I got power bombs here. Let's go ahead and use power bomb. There's a missile expansion right here. Now, you guys might recognize where we're at. We're back at the main, the main hallway that we came in onto the station here. Yeah, we're coming back here, but something's eerie about this place. There's no power whatsoever going on right here. The red door's still there and everything else. And let's just head back to our spaceship. Samus's new ship. Save data? Sure. I shouldn't be saving on a recording, but that's okay. The main silo of the reactor core has gone offline. That's why all the elevators and station systems are down. Elevators and hatches won't work. This doesn't bode well. If you can get to this point, you may be able to start the auxiliary power station system. Then we can figure out why the main silo went offline. So your objective clear. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, and I got a funny story right now. As you guys can see, all the hatches are locked right now. So we can't even open hatches right now. It's all the power of the station's just gone kaput. But when I was younger, and I got to this point in the game, because the target was all the way out there, I literally thought we had to go out in space. with our ship in order to get to it. And no, we don't do that. I literally thought we had to go out in space for it. By the way, I asked you to return here to tell you some strange creatures have boarded your ship. Hey, look, it's the animals. The Edecuns and Dakras is on our ship here. I confirmed that they were not ex-hosts, and I gave them a berth. Do you know anything about these strange creatures? Were they the source of the healthy biosigns earlier? Very well then, your presence in the midst of this disaster must have some significance. I will keep them here. Good. I want my buddies to be safe. I want them to be okay. We gotta save the animals. Alright, so we need to head over to the main silo. The main power silo. And as you can see, in the short time we talked to the computer, a new enemy has appeared here. These bird-like enemies are really kind of a pain in the butt. But if we bomb this wall, we notice that there's power bomb blocks here. So we're going to go ahead and use the power bomb. Now we're here at the reactor silo. And if you noticed here too, there's like care spaces, like discarded care spaces for the caterpillar enemies. Yeah, the caterpillar enemies have evolved. You remember that bird enemy that I just killed? Yeah, they actually evolved into those bird enemies. Yeah, the caterpillars from Sector 2 actually evolved into those things. But, yeah, we're going to shoot the floor here, and we're going to hit it up here. See how the door has to be open now for me to go through it? The central reactor core. If we come all the way down here, you'll notice there's a lot of vines and vegetation and all this other junk around here. That's probably why the station went quiet. Yeah, there's a lot of like stuff choking the silo. And as you can see, the save room is not operational. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this part of the game is kind of tough. The reason why is because you can't save for a while. And if you die, you have to go back to your last save point, which is your ship. So it can be quite a trick. If we come up here, you'll notice, oh, well, I can't go through this way. I have to go through the other way. And our target's right next to that, so we can't go through that way. We have to go find another way to get around here. But yeah, there's a lot of vines and crap around here in the central silo, the central reactor silo. So we're gonna go jump all the way up here and climb up here. And as you can see, a bunch of this is discarded care spaces that those caterpillars have left here. It's like Sector 2 just merged into this area here. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go up here in this room. This room is going to be spawning more space pirates. This is a bestie in space pirates. These guys take, when they walk around, they take a couple more hits. And they actually hurt quite a bit. They actually they jump around, they'll start shooting you, and if you're ducking, they will duck to shoot you. So they take 3 missile hits, and they're pretty good. But there's an energy tank just sitting here all lonely up here, so we're just going to go collect that energy tank. We're going to shoot the floor, because there's going to be a lot of stuff of shooting the floor here. And we got, you know, space pirates. X like to mimic our space pirate friends. Not like Samus has fought a bunch of these before in her life. We're going to go ahead and keep shooting the floor here to find a block here and kill this dude here. And before we go down here, we're going to shoot these 2 blocks here. And we're going to roll right into this missile expansion. So, we got another missile expansion. I think that's, if we look at our status, I think we're at 200 missiles. That's a lot of missiles. So, we're going to keep shooting here and run into that space pirate and just keep taking damage. Like I said, this is kind of a hard part. The space pirates, I'm making it seem like it's not that bad, but I also have a lot of energy. So, some people might not be getting all this stuff in their first playthrough, so just be careful. Like I said, this part's a little tough because you can't save for a good while. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to come up here, and there's going to be a boss door right here. And he's going to shoot his massive I-beam at me. I'm going to shoot this here, and there's a red X here. We're going to go inside. And inside, we got this room right here. And this is going to be an introduction to a boss that I really don't care for too much. Just because of his weird attack patterns. And not only that, his appearance. This is Yakuza. Yakuza is a giant spider that just comes around here. You want to be sticking to the walls here and attack when his mouth is open. And you want to kind of just fall down, go down in the corners and go in morph ball, because if he grabs you, he starts draining your health, and he does a lot of damage. I'll actually show this off here. See, yeah. And you kind of have to wiggle your way out like that in order to get out of his clutches. So just be careful of that. Yakuza, yeah, see, even my morph ball trick doesn't work half the time. So just keep that in mind. I don't know why it starts draining you when he starts picking you up like that. If you take too long, he will slam you against the ground and it will do a lot more damage. Okay, come on, dude. Okay, there we go. Now I just gotta come over here and just start shooting missiles at him. Yeah, I just go in the corner and I just start using morph ball and just keep shooting missiles at him. He's in his semi-health phase. He's blue now instead of black, so I'm gonna keep going out here and just keep rinse repeating. He's gonna shoot fire at you when he does that. Now he's on his second phase. Where he starts spinning around doing cartwheels in the air. I don't really have a set strategy on how to deal with this, because he just kind of just goes everywhere. And that's why I don't really care for this boss too much. I just keep launching my missiles and hope I hit him. That's kind of all I do. I stick to the corner and I just keep shooting until, well, he dies. If you run out of missiles, charge beam shots work too. And I'm just going to keep spamming my missiles here. Like I said, I don't really have a good strategy to fight this dude. In all my years of fighting this game, I don't really have a good way of fighting him. I do believe Powerbomb actually hurts him. No, it doesn't. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna keep shooting here, and then sure enough, after a couple hits, he will die. So go on to the Corex. We're just gonna keep on doing our usual stuff with the Corex here, and jump over this, attack that, and jump over here. Keep coming, keep hitting the Corex. The Corexes get more resilient as the game goes on. And sure enough, let's grab our next ability. The Space Jump ability recovered. Somersault continually in the air. I will say this ability took me time to figure out. Yeah, if you cartwheel in the air, notice how Samus does like 50 cartwheels at once. If you do this and you push A again, Samus can keep jumping. And essentially what this does is, it makes it so you can fly, essentially. This ability is very, very useful. I love this ability so much, but it does take time to get down to the pattern. You have to keep tapping A in the air, while kind of when Samus is descending. You can only do it when Samus is starting to make her descent downwards in order to use it. It's kind of a weird timing thing, and I know it's got a real stricter time in Super Metroid, but this ability is really, really useful. And I'm going to be honest with you, they kind of give it to you a lot earlier than most Metroid games. Most Metroid games don't give you the space jump until like very late game, but here it's like in the middle of the game. But yeah, that's the space jump. But we're going to go ahead and activate the auxiliary power here. Now, and as soon as we do that, oh, the lights are on. So we basically turned on the backup generator of the station. Now, I kind of got a weird story I want to talk about. I'll do this while I'm in this room here. But I kind of got a weird story I wanted to talk about with this boss. This boss, when I first played this game, I was actually stuck on it for a while. That's why, like I said, I don't really care for this boss too much. But the memory I have with this boss in general is... it's kind of a bad memory, but I think that's why I kind of associate Yakuza with bad stuff. But when I first played this game, when I was on this part, I fought this boss when I was sitting in the hospital with my grandpa, waiting for my grandma to come out of surgery. My grandma had really bad cancer, and she luckily got over it with chemotherapy and all that other stuff, but she had a lot of complications from the chemotherapy that kind of ruined her body. And, well, during one of those incidents with her digestive tract, she had to go to the hospital. And when I was younger, I was like 12 at the time, 12, 13 years old at the time. I went with my grandpa to make sure everything was alright. And I took my Game Boy with me, and I was playing Metroid Fusion at the time, and when I first came to this boss, that was when I was at the hospital waiting in the waiting room with him, make sure she was okay. Luckily, during that trip, she was okay, but yeah, I guess that's one reason why I don't really care for this boss too much, is because not only is its attack pattern weird, I don't really care for it, because I literally just spam stuff in order to win, but I just associate it with a bad memory of mine growing up, so that's kind of why I kind of have a hard time with this boss. But anyways, as soon as we activate that, there's a navigation room right next door. Save rooms and recharge rooms are now back online, but with only auxiliary power, no elevators or hatches will work. Without the main silo online, we're still stuck. I believe the source of the problem is the vegetation you saw earlier choking the reactor core components. See objective clear. Yeah, we gotta find the source of that vines. We'll have to find the source of those roots to proceed. And sure enough, we can actually go back to the main silo. And there's that door I talked about earlier. We can actually go through here now. Now, as soon as we come in here into this reactor core, yeah, those bird, wasp hybrids. I'm gonna call them bird wasp hybrids. Ooh, they's a Red X. Come here, give me Red X, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of bird hybrid wasp things here. And this is actually a good point if you're hurt. This is a good grinding spot if you need to, because luckily for us, there's a save room right here, and we can actually save. So I think I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. So the next episode is actually gonna be a kind of a doozy, and it's gonna be a part where when I first played, I was stuck on for quite a while. This was my stonewall for a good while when I first played the game, and I'm sure it's like that for everybody. So, the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Fusion, we're gonna head and try to find the source of the vegetation choking the main reactor. So, with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode.